In our county, we have been hit by so many severe storms.
Storm disasters, fire disasters, federally declared disasters.
So many of our roads are built along streams or other vulnerable environmental spaces that just wash out every time we have big storms.
When it comes to our roads and our repairs, they're more than just a convenience for my residents, they're a lifeline. Like many communities, Santa Cruz County doesn't have the funding that we need to immediately repair all of the roads that are damaged in the event of a major storm. When we see a disruption, such as a washout that means a family needs to commute an additional hour to do their daily activities, it really demonstrates the importance of making decisions that prioritize the greatest need.
2017, we had a very large storm disaster.
We saw torrential downpours, so many failures in our culverts and our roads. Had a road completely fall in with people trying to drive on it.
We had hundreds of projects, and so we just tried to prioritize them based upon static knowns. Loss of lane, length of detour, readiness of the project to fix it. They weren't super inclusive of many other factors, but we lived with what we had in 2017. We carried that idea into 23, which was another very, very large disaster.
Hundreds of project sites, something like $140 million in estimated damages.
As we see an increase in the number of disasters and major storms and an increase in damage to our roads, it's so important that we have a tool that helps us make really practical and defensible decisions.
We started to recognize that those static factors weren't enough. We needed to include other variable items, more dynamic criteria.
We received a grant from Caltrans to do a climate vulnerability adaptation study. We call it the CAVA.
What was really amazing about the CAVA report, they went to all these different places around the county and they evaluated their risk for different climate disasters. We grabbed that data.
And we thought, you know what, let's try to marry some of that CAVA good work into our existing, and that's how we came up with this ERDA tool.
The department is using these ERDA scores to evaluate which ones to move forward with or not.
And so this tool really gives us a way to score with equity in mind, with population in mind, the most critical and crucial areas that we should repair first.
It really is about improving the quality of life for our residents in an equitable way, so that vulnerable communities who are often left behind have access to the services they need to survive and to thrive. We had a major washout on a road called Mount Charlie, and as a result, it cut off hundreds of residents. Kids who used to have a 10-minute commute to school now had almost an hour and a half. And now those families have access to their schools, their hospitals, their jobs. It's a great example of how this tool can be used effectively.
So now we have the ERDA. It doesn't mean we'll get to them all more quickly, but it does mean that we will invest in the highest priorities. I would recommend everybody work on a similar tool. When we and the community have the exact same understanding of why we're doing what we're doing, it creates confidence, it creates trust. All of us working together makes us all stronger. And so if there's a way where we can help transition people into this or assist them in developing their own tool, we're all in all the time.